fight for me. Please, Mr. Poe. 'Cause it's been a very long time. Oh, yeah. Since I heard from this boyfriend of mine.
Paseo Choir, thank you very much. Great job. It was 37 years ago, in the year 1981, this fountain was first built. And the two individuals that led that effort were Senator Yvonne Wilson, representing the Spirit of Freedom Foundation, and Mr. Ollie Gates, representing the Bruce Watkins Foundation, the Enshriners. Anybody else here 37 years ago? Yes. A few other folks? So, good to see you this morning. Thank you very much. Mark McHenry with the Kansas City, Missouri Board of Parks and Recreation Commissioners, and we have a few of our other former commissioners today, along with Mr. Gates, Anita Gorman, Carl DeCapo, and Ann Garnier joining us. And we also have some current commissioners here, Mary Jane Judy, Dave Mecklenburg, and Alan Dillingham. And Alan's going to make a few comments on behalf of the Park Board.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I thought it was going to be a little colder out here, and the sun really makes a difference. So appreciate everybody being out here for this great day. There's two things that, to me, signify springtime. One's opening day for the Royals, and the other one is turning on the fountains here in Kansas City. Hopefully turning on the fountains maybe will help the Royals here, but we have a long season, so I'm still hopeful. This day is really a reminder of all the great heritage that we have in our city and the park system. We've been given a world-renowned system of parks, boulevards, parkways, fountains, and monuments, all of which was part of this beautiful City Beautiful movement back then. So our city's leadership 125 years ago had an amazing foresight to create this system, and they really put Kansas City on the map then. Since we all stand on the shoulders of those people, we get to enjoy what they've created. It's our responsibility now to grab that and really move it forward and continue that stewardship of our great heritage. This is one of my favorite days of the year. Thank you all for being here. It's great to see all the other fellow commissioners here, and we're looking forward to another great season of parks and fountains, and please go out and enjoy them. Thanks.
This fountain renovation, like a lot of fountain renovations, is a team effort, and it takes funding from different sources. Part of that is from the private sector, and you'll hear a little bit more about that later from a representative from the City of Fountains Foundation. Also a representative from the district PIC funds, and you'll be hearing a little bit more about that from Councilman Reed. But a big part of it came from our general obligation bonds. To talk a little bit more about those GEO bonds and what makes this project possible, our city manager, Troy Schulte.
Well, good morning. This is another great day, and a lot of great days we're having in Kansas City. It is now officially spring when we turn the fountains on in this town. We don't have to worry about snow and 31-degree weather. So I'm here today to just once again thank the residents of this city for approving that $800 million general obligation program last year. When we stood up and asked voters for their support, we said one of the first things we're going to do as the City of Fountains is make sure that all of our fountains are working. And I'm pleased to stand here today saying this one and another one is under construction, and all of our fountains in this beautiful city will be running the way citizens deserve it. So hats off to our residents.
A little history about the City of Fountains Foundation. It was founded in 1973 by Harold and Peggy Rice. And Harold was at a Hallmark Corporation at the time, and he wanted to do something because he had visited Rome and saw the deteriorating fountains there, and came up with the foundation. Was officially established in 1974. In 2013, we ended up having the Festival of Fountains. And this kind of spearheaded our capital campaign, and we were able to raise over $4 million to help all the various fountains through just private contributions alone. Thank you very much to Joni Shields for spearheading that as well.
In 1883, the Humane Society of Kansas City was established to prevent cruelty to women, children, and animals. In 1904, they built Kansas City's first fountain west of the inner city viaduct at 3rd and Minnesota in Kansas City, Kansas. It had a very practical purpose. At the base were drinking pools for the dogs. At a horse height, there were basins for the horses to drink. And finally, at the top, there was a spigot so that humans could fill their cups. That particular fountain was moved to 18th and Parallel, and in 1967, it was given to the Wyandotte County Museum.
On December 8th, we gathered right outside here. There was a nice construction site that we kind of assembled. And on December the 8th, when we gathered here, that was 130 days ago. J.E. Dunn and their construction partners worked extremely hard over 130 days to ensure that this fountain was ready and prepared to go for renovations. So thank you so much to the folks who made that happen. In addition to that, this is a good example of our city tax dollars at work with the general obligation bonds that have really paved the way to make sure that this fountain and other work and all the cones and everything that you see going on across the entire city, that is exactly what has helped pay for this.
Okay, we're going to do a countdown, and the choir is going to do the countdown for us. Thank you, everyone.